Hey buddies, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to solve a LeetCode problem, maximum subarray. So let's see what's the problem. Given an integer array nums, find the contiguous subarray containing at least one number which has the largest sum and return its sum. A subarray is a contiguous part of an array, means the subarray should be in a continuous fashion. Okay. Here we are given an array. We have to find a subarray such we have to find the sum of multiple subarrays such that the sum of that subarray is the largest sum. Okay. So in this array, this subarray 4 minus 1 2 1 has the largest sum. So the output is 6. Okay. Again, in the second example, we see that here it's a subarray 1. We see that here it's only a single element in the array, which is itself a subarray and which is itself the maximum. So the output is 1. Okay. In the third example, we see that here it is an array 5, 4, minus 1, 7 and 8. If we see the sum of 5 and 4, which is 9, which is not the maximum. Again, we see for this part 7 and 8, which is 15, which is again not the maximum. If we take the sum of all the elements of the array, then it's coming 23, which is the maximum. Okay. Okay, let's take more examples. Let's say we have this array minus 3, 2, 4, 8, minus 5 and minus 9. We see here that this subarray 2, 4 and 8, which is 14, is the maximum sum. Okay, so what's the first approach which would come in our mind? We would take three loops, one an I loop to traverse the full array, one and j loop to traverse a subarray, and one and k loop which would take the sum of each and every element in that subarray. Okay, so we shall code this, but first, before that, there are in total three ways to solve this problem. The first way is using the three loops, which would give us a time complexity of n cube, and the second one we would see, which would give us a time complexity of n cube, and we would further optimize it in the next video, which is through the Cadence algorithm. Okay. Now most of them would skip this video listening that this is not the most optimized way to do the problem. This is only the brute force way. But they do not know this that in the interview rounds they would be asked to do with the brute force way first rather than the optimized way, because knowing the brute force way is all the way more important than knowing the optimized way. So let's implement our first approach with the n cube time complexity. So we started. First, the basic stuffs of writing, including the packages, include bits, cd, c plus dot h, use base First, we declare a function void subarray, void subarray. Okay, we declare a vector here because in the LeetCode problem we were given a vector int nums. Okay, and first first we declare a sum variable as we would find the sum, and a max sum in which we would store the maximum sum. Max sum equals to int min. We store the integer minimum value in it. Okay, we are not storing 0 as because if in the sub arrays there are only negative elements. Okay, so we have to return the least negative element, but if we store 0 here, when we return maximum it would return 0, which is false. Okay, so we declare a int min here. We store the least minimum value of integer in the maximum variable. Okay, then we declare a loop, first loop for traversing the array, int I equals to 0, I less than equal to nums dot size I plus plus. We would declare another loop inside it, for int j equals to I. We would be starting with I as because we would be every time shifting with one position for the sub arrays. Okay, j less than nums dot size. Okay, j plus plus. Again, we would take a k loop for every time taking the sum, but every time the sum should be updated to 0 because we would be storing only the maximum sum. Int, okay, sum we have declared it, so sum equals to 0. Again, for int k equals to I. Okay, k less than nums, k less than equal to j, because we would be checking only for the sub arrays and their sum. Okay, k plus plus sum equals to sum plus array nums at k. Okay, and we would use a max algorithm here for storing the maximum sum. Max sum equals to max of sum comma max sum. Okay, and we would simply return from here, return max sum. Here the basic stuffs of declaring the size of this would be n would be the size of the vector, int I for taking each and every element, and one extra variable for storing the maximum sum. Okay, for int j equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, c in I. Here we missed the part, c in n, and we would simply push the values inside the vector. We didn't declare a vector here. Vector int v dot pushback I. Okay, now we would call the function inside m sub array, and we would pass the vector which is v. Okay, and we would simply see out the value, see out m. We did a silly mistake here. The return type we have mentioned it void, but as it is, it's returning the maximum sum. We would mention it int. Okay, all the errors have gone. We should run it. If it works, it's working. Everything is fine. Okay, so we input the values here as we have taken. What were the values? -3, 2, 4, 8, -5, and -9. The size is 6, -3, 2, 4, 8, -5, and -9. 8, -5, and -9. The expected output is 14. Let's run it. It's passed. Okay, you see it, it's passed. Let's run it for other test cases too. Okay, so we take here, so let's say the size of array is 5, 1, 2, 3, 1 to 4, okay, -6, and let's say it's 2, okay. What should be the expected output? It should be 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is 7. So we take 7. We see the test case is passed. So my program is perfectly all right. Okay, let's see the other approach. Now just optimizing a little bit. Okay, just removing this k loop. We see that it does nothing but it does the same stuff multiple number of times. If we see here 1 plus 2 plus 4, okay, this k loop will do it multiple number of times, 1 plus 2 plus 4 every time. But we would simply remove this loop. If we have done this task of 2 plus 1, why we would do it again? We would simply store this value and simply sum this up with 4. Okay, so for this reason we remove this loop, and the time complexity because of this becomes O of n square. We would move this sum variable up, okay, and we would do it nums of j, okay, just this simple, okay. Now we would run this. You see it's again running, and again the outputs are same. For this also it's again running, the outputs are again also same, okay. Now we would simply copy this solution and we would paste it on LeetCode if we see if it runs or not, okay. We simply paste it here, okay. We run the code. We see that it's accepted. Let's try to run it for other test cases too, okay. It's again accepted, but as soon as we submit it, we see that a TLE must be coming. Okay, see a TLE. That's why we use the Cadence algorithm, which we would be coming in the next video. So stay connected. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the explanation. And in case you did, please like the video. This was Tushar here, signing off. Till then, keep coding, keep practicing. Bye bye.
Whenever your heart is broken, don't ever forget you're golden. I will find the light in your soul.